Okay, good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. I do apologize for the wait. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in, but we are starting now. You know, we are also streaming live. Okay, good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. I do apologize for the. Okay, so we are, well, as I'm sure, like you heard there, we are also streaming live on YouTube, so kindly ask others to join us there at some point if it so happens that we max out. However, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. But also you can type in your questions and comments on YouTube. I have actually disabled some of the things here, some of the features here tonight, just so that it would help with some of the ways in which I intend to run this tonight. But like I say, you can also view it on YouTube and type in your questions there. I suppose what could happen later on is we would take questions and answers, whereby I'll be able to address some issues. Okay, so basically, I'll just share my screen with you now. We are going to be talking about cryptocurrencies today, just to get some info so that we would decide when or how to get in. I call it the digital pie. It's like I do recommend that everyone who can, and I'm sure most of us here can, that's exactly why we are here. We can actually, begin to plug into or get a share of this digital pie, as it were. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing tonight is basically, starting off by sharing, a website which I am loving more and more. There we go. Okay, so this is basically, a website, which can be used for a whole lot of research, as it relates to crypto, especially. When I say crypto, I'm not going to be assuming anything tonight, so do bear with me. I know I can see some people on here who are well experienced crypto investors. Now, I'm sure there are also others who are not that crypto savvy, as it were. So I'm not going to be assuming anything. I'm just going to be making it simple. So do not be offended. I suppose you would appreciate anyway, me being simplistic in a sense. So, like I said, this is basically, a website that is used by some for doing their analysis as to what's good and what's not, or what's hot and what's not. But first and foremost, I'll basically just, explain what a cryptocurrency is. When it comes to currencies, most people obviously know about the fiat. The fiat basically meaning, the ones you tend to know when we say currency, the paper money and all that. But cryptocurrency basically, a cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency that is secured by cryptography, and which makes it impossible or nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend. Now, many cryptocurrencies are decentralized networks based on the blockchain technology. Now, obviously, some of the words I'm going to be using are not going to be easily understood by you just yet, because you might be new to this. But like everything else, you do not need to know everything at the beginning. You do not need to understand every single thing at the beginning. You just want to know enough to say, yes, this is something I can run with. This is something I can profit from. So it is based on blockchain technology. And when we talk about it being decentralized networks, we are basically referring to it being something that is, if you like, not controlled by one entity or server. And it basically means it allows for multiple nodes or servers to act together to complete a specific task. Now, I suppose you could also say by that, it means that the government, in the sense, are not the one responsible for administrating cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm sure, like some of you might know, cryptos have been around for some time now. And I would say it has been more popular with individuals like you and I. It's only now that, some governments, or if you like, more government authorities and institutions are getting involved with it. So up until now, the price of crypto, obviously, like we know, as it relates to any currency, it's affected by, market forces of demand and supply. So you could say the price of cryptocurrencies have been mainly influenced up until now by retail traders like you and I, not so much big institutions like banks or corporations or even the government. But now, a whole lot of the big boys, I would call them, are getting involved. And when I say big boys, I'm referring to mainly those who have the big bucks, as it were. Those who have bucks, as in millions of dollars and tens of millions of dollars, even hundreds of millions of dollars to trade with. You and I might be you and I might be only able to trade, with a couple of hundreds and thousands or tens of thousands of pounds or dollars, but the big boys obviously have, millions, tens of millions and hundreds of millions at their disposal. Now, coming back to this website, obviously, when we talk of cryptocurrencies, the popular one tends to be Bitcoin. That is the biggest one, as it were, the most popular of all of them. Hence, it is the case that, if I was to call any other name, any other cryptocurrency, some of us would not even know what I'm talking about. This is a list of cryptocurrencies. This website lists a whole lot of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is there. Some people might even know about Ethereum, maybe even, this one is Ripple. They've only just put the, they haven't spelled it out. They've just, put XRP, but that's Ripple. So some people might have heard of Ripple, but if I was to scroll down, and make mention of all these other ones, you might not know what they are. Maker, Dash, Dia, or Dea, whatever it's called, IOTA, and all whatnot. You might not know exactly what I'm talking about. But nevertheless, the fact that Bitcoin is the big one does not mean that that is the only one that is valuable, at least as of now. There are some of them, there are some others which are very valuable, some of them which are doing really well, but Bitcoin is the popular one. Now, even looking at this website now, you can see here, it gives you some info, some data that you could definitely work with. It shows that Bitcoin has, grown by 18.6% in the last 7 days. Well, in the last 24 hours, it has dropped. I mean, it's currently at this price, or more or less, 38,167, so 164.24 cents. Obviously, this is basically what it is now. It has since dropped because, some days ago, it was over 41,000. I think, let me see. I think it was even yesterday. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, even sometime today, it was at about over 41,000. So even in saying that, just to digress a bit, this is basically one of the things that would be good to know if you're going to be investing in cryptocurrencies. You want to be able to know, where the current price is, where it has been in the last couple of days, and where it could possibly go to. I mean, this does not give us any idea as to where it could possibly go to. I mean, just to throw this one in, it is believed that even though it is currently at 38,000 or so, by the end of the year, the end of 2021, it is going to be at perhaps over $100,000. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be looking at the chart soon. I am sharing this today mainly with friends and family, and obviously those who belong to my trading community. So I am going to be taking this in a relaxed way, but yes, we'll try to be comprehensive. We will be here for about 1 hour or just over 1 hour, depending on how things go, maybe depending on your questions, but I'm going to be relaxed about this. I'm not going to be too deep, as it were. I basically just want to provide you with enough information for you to make a decision today as to whether you want to get in straight away or you want to get in at some point. But I'll give you a hint. Even if you're going to wait, you don't want to wait too long, because even as you've seen, in just 7 days, the value has increased or grown by over 18 points. 18. I laugh, guys, because this is, I mean, not a lot of us have seen things like this before. I think of some of us who place, our money in the savings account or the fixed interest account, and you think of what they give you in a year, and you think of what Bitcoin would have delivered. I'm talking about just Bitcoin now. I mean, look at Ethereum. Look at that, 65.5. How about this one, 72? Let me just quickly go through some of them. Look at this one. Look at Stellar. I will be showing you, at some point, I'm going to be showing you how to earn some of these coins for free. Yes. Guess what, guys? We want to raise entrepreneurs, profitable and successful entrepreneurs, if you like, cryptocurrency millionaires. Absolutely. Now, consider this one. It has grown by 125%. Now, just think of it. Just think of it. I know some of you are mathematicians here. If you had invested 100, fine, even £100. If you had invested £100 worth of Stellar in here, and it grew by 100%, I'm sure you can, you can do the math yourself, as it were. You know how much, by how much it would have grown even in the last, let's see, in the last 7 days, in the just 1 week. Okay. Anyway, guys, let's push on. Let's push on. Okay, I can see some of you are, making comments already in on the over there on YouTube. So well done. Let's just let's go back here. Okay, so what's the beauty? What's the beauty of investing in cryptocurrency? I was chatting with a friend a while ago, and I shared some things with her, and it was like, wow. Let's click on Bitcoin. Let's just look into Bitcoin a bit. Now, like I did say, this is good for research. Now consider this. Consider the fact that this has a maximum supply of about 21 million. Think of how many people in the world, the population of the whole world, for instance. As a matter of fact, think of some countries in Africa that are well over 21 million in number, which means even if Bitcoin was to be, was made available to only some countries in Africa, they wouldn't have enough to go around. I'm sure you are getting the picture here now. That explains why the price of Bitcoin can only continue to rise. Oh yeah, we'll be going into that some more later on, because one of the questions that we get all the time is, people are speculating that this price is going to crash soon. Well, okay, we're going to look into that some more. But this is the maximum supply. And when it says maximum supply, it doesn't mean maximum supply now. It means that is how much you would ever have. It's never going to increase more than this. We're always going to have, nothing more than 21 million Bitcoins in the world. You want to be plugging in almost immediately. Now, the good thing is, yes, even though there are 21 million, people do sell their Bitcoin. I mean, imagine somebody, I posted something in the, I think I posted something in the Telegram group. I'll be going there. As a matter of fact, let me go there now, just 1 minute. We do have a Telegram group, guys. I know some of you didn't come via Telegram. We do have a Telegram channel. Telegram is similar to WhatsApp, where it's where we do share some information. Let me quickly just take you to the Telegram group, guys. 1 minute, bear with me. Okay. Right here. Okay. Okay, let me take you to the, I'll be coming back here. Okay, well, let me just quickly finish here and I'll go back, I'll go to the Telegram group. Now, having a look at this, it basically tells you that, we have a maximum supply of 21 million, and that's basically, the highest is going to be. The good thing is, yes, people do sell their Bitcoins, because if you got it in 2017, just less than 4 years ago, oh yeah, if you got it just less than 4 years ago, it was at about 100,000 it was at about 1,000, just over £1,000 at one point. £1,000. Think of it this way: if you had just, if you had 1,000 worth of Bitcoin, then think of the great or the huge increase. It is now at over 37,000 in less than 4 years. Now, some people will sell their houses and they would not even make a profit, and that's a house, a whole house with maybe 2 bedroom, well, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, or whatever, and not be able to make as much as this. You have one Bitcoin which you just bought and kept and held it until the price grew up to 38 or increased to about 37,000, and you sold just a bit of it. No, perhaps, well, I mean, unless you were desperate, then you would sell everything. Knowing the way it's increasing, I suppose you would only sell a bit of it. You would only sell a bit of it as opposed to everything. Now, this is basically, just that. Let's now have a look at what the value has been over the years and have an understanding of how well or by how much it has grown. Let's just have a look at that. Okay, look at this, guys. Consider this. Consider, at the early stages, 2010, it was only 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents. By 2011, by a year after, it had increased by that. Now let's move on quickly. 4 years after, it was 809. And consider the fact that it just kept on increasing. Now, this is what I mentioned a while ago, 2017. This is when a friend of mine first got me interested. I mean, I had known about it. I mean, obviously, I've been trading, I started trading, in about 2008, which is well over 12 years ago. That was when I started trading. I started trading, the stock market then. But since then, I have gone through lots of other markets like, options and all that. I'm now mainly a Forex trader, but yes, also a Forex trader as well as a crypto investor. Now, you could trade crypto. You could trade crypto like you would trade the foreign exchange, but that might not exactly be the best thing to do. That's why I would recommend that people be investors of cryptos as opposed to traders of cryptos. I would explain that as we go along. But you see here, the price was this at that 2014, 2017, when my friend first, was trying to get me into it. This was around what the price was. Now, believe me, just like, we have always said in the past, if only I knew then what I know now, I would have piled in the dollars and the pounds, to secure as much as I could. But fine. It's even now, it's not too late, knowing fully well that it has a great future, as it were. Imagine if I had even got just 1,000 worth then and held on to it, only to be selling it now. Now, obviously, check out the leap from 2017 to 2018, just 1 year. Look at the jump. Look at the jump. But guess what? There was a huge drop in 2019. There was a huge drop. And then last year, it basically went up again, and it basically just shot up even at the beginning, towards the end of last year. Now, you might wonder why the price shot up like this. We are going to come to why the price dropped, but think of why the price shot up like this. The reason why the price shot up is because, like I said earlier on, a lot of the big boys are now involved. They are now involved, and they are increasingly involved. Cryptocurrency is now accepted by a whole lot of online shops. A whole lot of online shops, the big ones as well, they are now accepting cryptocurrencies. A whole lot of, online shops are now accepting cryptocurrency. Nations like Iraq, Iran, Venezuela, and all the other nations which, the US might call rogue nations. Well, I don't know if any country should be called a rogue nation, but all those countries that the US and some of the Western countries would like to, what's the word to use now? Would like to place sanctions on, are turning to crypto as a way of protecting their own economy and protecting themselves, just in case the sanctions begin to bite. That obviously means that this thing is used widely in a lot of nations now. I made mention of Africa a while ago. A lot of countries in Africa also now use this. And guess what? Not just Africa, a number of countries that are not part of the Western world are now using this a lot. One, you can transfer that amount. You can transfer you can transfer your cryptocurrency from one nation to another, from one wallet to another, and it will be with them in just a matter of minutes. Think of the fact that if you were going to send your currency, maybe dollars or pounds or euro, to some nations, of the world, via your bank, it would only get there in days. But with cryptocurrency, it gets there in just a few minutes. In less than 10 minutes, sometimes even 3 minutes, 4 minutes is there. And obviously they can withdraw it, and begin to use. I'm sure lots of, I can tell you this, guys, lots of grandpas and grandmas in some of these countries have now become crypto savvy. Why? Why? Because they need to know how to collect the money when their son is sending it or their daughter is sending it. So they are learning it. A lot of people who don't have, bank accounts, or for some reason have challenges, with their banks, love cryptos. They love cryptocurrency. That's why it can only get better. Now, do you know, people like Oprah Winfrey? I'm sure most of you know that name. Elon Musk. If you don't know Elon Musk, I don't know what to say. The founder of Tesla. He is now the richest man in the world. He has plugged into it. These guys are now accumulating cryptos, especially Bitcoin. They're accumulating them in tens of millions and hundreds of millions. I mean, I could sit here, listing all the billionaires who are plugging into this. Now, some countries have now also, they've now also, made it, more or less legal tender in their nations. A state in America the other day, as it were, basically now says that the banks can actually, begin to use this, with regards to payment and receiving payments and all whatnot. It can only get bigger, guys. You see, up until recently, the institutions did not want to know. They didn't want to know. They were still suspicious of crypto, whether this thing is here to stay, whether it's legal but guess what, guys? It is here to stay. It is here to stay, and it can only get bigger when the big boys are getting involved. Nations, banks, millionaires and billionaires are getting involved. That tells, when companies are getting involved, it tells us that it is here to stay. So let's not, spend too much time on this. Let's basically go back. Let me just see if there are any questions coming in already. Let's see if there are any questions. Let's check YouTube. If you just come in, kindly, post your questions and comments on the YouTube channel. And if you don't mind, give us a like as well. Give us a like. Some of my videos have on YouTube, are in the thousands, have been watched by thousands of people. But guess what, guys? You know, just a few likes. You know, I don't know how people can basically, I don't know how people can basically go on YouTube, watch a video, really, you know, gain or receive some serious value or nuggets from me, and then decide to just walk away. Come on, guys. Let me see how many of you on YouTube at the moment. Oh yes, let's see. Okay, well, just a few of you. I believe most of you are actually on YouTube, but that's fine. You know, but give me a like there. Let's, you know, click on the like button. Just, well, thumbs up. Same thing. Click on the like, click on the thumbs up, and if you have a YouTube channel, you know, if you have a YouTube account, definitely you want to subscribe so that when we have any new videos out, you'll be among the first to get it. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Now, this is YouTube. I'm not going to assume anything. Just in case you're not sure what the like button is, that is what I want you to click. There are 7 of us there, at least 6. So let's get 6 likes there. Okay. Somebody wants to know how they can invest today. Let's move on to that quickly. I would say let's go here. Just 1 minute, guys. Let me take a sip of water. Okay, so now let's begin to move on to how to get started with this. You know, what I intend to do before we do that, you know, just to say this, you know, I do have, obviously, I've just showed, you've just seen my YouTube, my Telegram channel. You know, for those of you who don't know what Telegram is, you know, I mean, it is getting popular now as well. It's getting popular like the cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin. You know, if you're not quite sure, you know, what Telegram is similar to WhatsApp, except that a lot of traders and online or home-based business people are beginning to love, you know, Telegram, you know, maybe for the security and all whatnot. But yes, you know, subscribe to our Telegram channel. Let me basically just get the link and post it in. Actually, I don't know if one of the admins could help me post it on YouTube. If one of the admins or one of the members of Generational Wealth Traders could help post the join link. I actually posted it in the General Forex group today, you know, so copy the link and post it in the YouTube channel for me. So basically, when it comes to joining, how you join, you can join, you know, you can begin to buy and sell Bitcoin or other cryptos. I mean, bear with me if I keep on saying Bitcoin. When I say Bitcoin, just think of it this way. I mean cryptos. I'm sorry about that, you know, but I mean, because you don't make money from just Bitcoin, you can also make money from other, let's go back here. You know, you can also make money from all these other ones. You can see number 2. I mean, the projection is that Bitcoin, you know, could double, if not quadruple, by the end of the year. Now, this one, Ethereum, which is the second biggest, could actually triple even before Bitcoin doubles. And guess what, guys? It's not even half as expensive as Bitcoin. You know, so I would advise, if anything, you have a diversified portfolio of cryptocurrencies. Now, we can't teach everything here today. But it is also the case that, you know, I am going to be having a mentorship group for these guys. You know, so, you know, for those who are going to want to, come on board, you could either be mentored by me for a month, just the 1 month, or a whole year. I'm going to be coming to that. I'm going to be breaking that down later on. You could decide, to, join us for just the 1 month, whereby we'll meet every single week, a couple of times, and information will be coming out all the time. Or you could say, oh, I want to stay with you for a year. I want to get proper mentorship. I want to get tips and nuggets and all whatnot. And I want to grow with you. Yes, you're welcome to do that. Now, guys, I want you to begin to think of multiple streams of income. One of the richest men in the world said, if you have just one stream of income, if you have just one stream of income, you are a few steps away from poverty. He didn't say you are going to fall into poverty or come into poverty. He says you are just a few steps away. Now, bear with me, guys. We are coming up to, I think, about 40 minutes now. We're going to be here for perhaps another 20 minutes. I do hope you have this time to spend with me. Statistics shows that in America, which is not very different from UK, majority of the people do not even have 500 pounds or dollars in their savings account. Over 70%, that is high. Over 70% of the population do not have 17%, do not have $500 in their savings account. Which basically means a lot of people are a few steps away from poverty. I'm not going to label that tonight. Now, let's go to a link. There are a number of platforms where you can actually begin to buy and sell. You don't want to be involved with some of them. Anyway, I'm going to be recommending one tonight. I'm going to be recommending one where you can actually buy and sell. And just before I go there, I'm going to be going there shortly. Just before I go there, it's for me to also let you know that you can actually begin to earn from the very outset. Because the link I'm going to recommend to you now, if you are to sign up on that link, one, you can begin to earn some free Bitcoins. And when I say free, I mean free Bitcoins. And you can also begin to, did I say coins? Yes, I mean coins. I didn't say Bitcoin, I said coins. You can also begin to get some free Bitcoins if you decide to buy or sell $100 worth of Bitcoin. So just by you signing up using the link I'm going to give you now, the website I'm going to show you now, just by you signing up with them, you can begin to get some free coins. If you do some things, I'll be sharing with you. But if you want to get $10 worth of free Bitcoin, you will need to start off by even buying $100 worth. And guess what, guys? Guess what? You will get $10 and I will get $10. Now, come on now, I'm sure that's fair. I'm sure that's fair. Help your brother out. Come on now. So I am going to be giving you, let's go to that site, and I'll be giving you the link. Like I said, there are other platforms where you could buy and sell Bitcoin, but I will show you some more of them, when, we start the mentorship program, like in some days' time. Let me take you there now. Now, guys, feel free to, share the Zoom link, or perhaps it's even easier, sharing the YouTube link. Let me pin the YouTube link now so that, okay, so I'll pin the YouTube link, so that you can actually copy it there and send it to friends and loved ones even at this time. So let's go to that. Let's go to that website. I see some crypto millionaires about to be created. Oh my goodness. I see some crypto millionaires about to be created. Okay. All right. There we have it. So guys, don't just go there and sign up. The website is called Coinbase. Now, don't just go there. Let me give you my affiliate link. You see, I'm being straightforward here. If you just go there and sign up, you don't get anything. If you sign up with the link I give you, my affiliate link, then you will get your $10. So just hold on. Let me post the affiliate link here. Let me post the affiliate link, guys. Just 1 minute. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to post it on the, I'm posting it now. Now, sorry guys, let me just, okay, I'll post it both in the, on the YouTube channel. I've just posted it now on YouTube. I would also post it on Telegram. I would also post it on Telegram now. I've just done that. So if you click on that, if you want to sign up, click on that link. Preferably do it on a PC as opposed to a mobile phone. I mean, if it allows you on a mobile phone, fine, but preferably on a PC, and you should be fine. So this is the link. So what you want to do once you are on here, is basically, just, where is it? Okay. Sorry, that's not what they want. Let's go to where I want. There we go. So what you want to basically do is to get started. You click on the get started, and don't do it now. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. We are going to have time to do this. Don't do it now. Let's just quickly finish the training and the webinar, and take some questions, and call it a day. But you can always sign up. There's no rush. So basically, that's what it is. You click on get started, and you sign up, and you should be fine. So just a few things. I don't know if there are any. Let me check the YouTube channel if there are any questions on there. I know I saw some comments. Okay, I mean, it says, when will we get to rewatch this later? What I'll do is I would basically, I'll post the link on the Telegram channel. Now, guys, you want to be on the Telegram channel. I mean, everybody's joining Telegram now, even those who are not starting, wanting to start some home-based business, because of some of the advantages. You can make phone calls on your Telegram for free and so forth. So people are joining Telegram now. It wouldn't take anything away from you, because I might not be able to necessarily post it everywhere, every other platform that, you found us on, so I can tell you for sure, I will place this on the Telegram channel, and perhaps on some WhatsApp groups. I see here, some of my friends I have not seen in 30, 40 years are here tonight. So I know obviously they got it in my alumni groups and all that. So I'll be posting it there and on Telegram channel. So that's this YouTube link is not going to be public. It's going to be what's the word now? It's going to be only those that have the link that will be able to watch it. I mean, people will not just be able to find it and watch it. So you want to definitely be part of the Telegram group and perhaps the Facebook group to get it. So let me answer some of the questions. Yeah, I said, can I invest today? Well, yes, you can invest today. Let's do this. Okay, you know what? Let me just try and Okay, can I invest today? What's the advantage of investing over trading? All right, that's a good question. I'll be taking you to the chart now, to show you, because people believe that the price of Bitcoin is going to drop. Well, yes, it might drop, like you saw it drop the other day on the graphic I showed you a while ago. Now, the truth is, Bitcoin, like other cryptos, are digital assets. They are digital assets. I was explaining to someone tonight saying it's like a house. You buy a house and over the years, it appreciates in value. You could then decide to sell it at a profit or rent it out, put some tenants in there. So that's the beauty of Bitcoin. So it rises in value. You can sell it. As for cryptocurrencies, do you know there are organizations now that will give you a loan if you used your Bitcoin as collateral? My goodness, there is a lot to learn and gain from this. Those who are going to come under me or with me, as part of the mentorship program, a whole lot more info would come your way. You do not want to do this alone. You do not want to do this without, a mentor. I mean, I have at some point I needed mentorship. Thank God it was my friend that basically got me interested in this. So I had to go through some serious mentorship as well to understand there are some mistakes I would have made along the way. Now, there are some companies you can actually secure a loan with your Bitcoin if you had Bitcoin. That is basically a good one. That's a good one. So, when it comes to investing, like I said a while ago, I prefer, I prefer investing. We're going to be going to the chat and I'll show you some stuff. I think it's better to invest it, especially Bitcoin. If you're going to trade it, I would say to trade other cryptocurrencies instead because they are less expensive. So that even if the trade goes against you, you wouldn't be in a huge drawdown financially, as it were. So I mean, some of it. I mean, you can see here. Okay, not quite. Okay, like we saw a while ago, Bitcoin is currently at about 38 or 37,000, whereas other currencies like Ethereum is about 1,000 something. There are others that are even smaller. Ripple, for instance. Even though with Ripple, I would say to avoid it at the moment because of some issues that Ripple is having with the government and all that. These are some of the things you might not know unless you know. So I would say to avoid Ripple, even though the price is little, but there are others that have little price that currently cost very little that you can definitely trade. Before Ripple started having problems, I was trading Ripple. I mean, those in my trading community know I've been trading Ripple, not buying and holding. The difference between buying and holding, investing and trading is that with trading, you are thinking of it as you would trade Forex or foreign currency like pound, dollar, yen, and all that, whereby you buy it and wait for a small move in price. So that you sell it some minutes after, some days after, or maybe some weeks after. That's like trading. Whereas investing is like you are buying and holding it for a longer term, to sell it. I mean, longer term, it could be 6 months, could be 1 year, could be 4 years, even as we've seen, at least it's going to deliver a whole lot more than the bank will even ever think of giving you. So let's now quickly go. Okay, before we do that, let's just come on here. So you click on Get Started. You click on Get Started. Your name, your last name, email address, and all that. But like always, I would say when it comes to doing this thing, I don't want to insult anyone, but make sure you use your real name and email and details. When it comes to the time to verify your address, you want to verify with your real address. Make sure you are your address, your current address, tallies with your bank address. Because I've known people who wanted to sign up. At some point, they put in their address, they put in their old address or their new address, and the address on the bank statement or whatever is different. So, we don't want that. Make sure you are using your current address and that the address in your bank statement or with your bank is also current. So let everything be real and current. So, I mean, we can't overemphasize that. So basically you can see it's straightforward. You click, you fill in this, you click on create account. It basically accepts you. Obviously you tick that. It accepts, your sign up, and it will send you an email. Check your spam, check, your inbox. And at some point they will ask you to verify, which basically means they want you to prove that you are who you say you are. That would mean that, they ask you to produce perhaps your, some documents like your electricity, your electricity or utility bill, obviously showing your address. Oh, sorry guys, sorry, thanks, let me see. Okay. Okay, so I suppose I'll have to start that again quickly. So, to basically sign up to this platform, click on Get Started here. Click on Get Started, and then you fill out your name, first name, last name, email address, and all that. I'm sure you heard the rest of it. Just make sure you use your current details. Click on the create account, and it will create an account for you. But then they will send you an email, which will basically ask you or require you to verify who you are, your utility bill, and perhaps your driver's license, or your what's it called, your passport and all that. You basically have to take a screenshot of it or take a photo of it and send it to them. Now, these guys are safe. They are one of the biggest around, so there's no need to be afraid. They are one of the biggest. They are holding, hundreds of millions, as it were, of currency. So they are obviously known by the authorities and all that. So they've been there for a long time, and I don't think they're going anywhere. So this is basically why I say, okay, fine, I'll be starting you off with this one, but those who want to, know some more, I will show you other guys to go with. Let's try this. Okay, exchanges. Okay, fine. So just to begin to round up, I'm going to take you to the chart now. Let's just quickly have a look at that. I'll take you to the chart now. Any more questions or comments? Okay. You're not answering our questions. Okay, I've just answered some of them now. Okay, he said, I heard the UK bank will not allow profits made on Bitcoin to be transferred into our current accounts. Well, I mean, think of it this way. How would they know where you made your profit? I mean, if for instance, coming back to this website, if for instance on Coinbase, I've been holding Bitcoin for some months and it has gone up in value. I sell some of it, I withdraw the money, I then put it in the bank. Well, they're not going to know how I made the money. It's my money. It's my money. You know, I don't have to explain. I mean, when you're putting in money in the bank, they don't ask you where you got the money, unless if you've been, you know, putting it like $10 and £10 here and there, and all of a sudden you are putting in 50,000. I suppose they would you know, raise their eyebrow or something. But you know, yeah, that's a good question. Now, even in saying that, so also with Bitcoin base, for instance, you know, there are times when, you know, they would not, you know, they would not accept some money from you in a sense, or they will not let you do some transactions, especially for some of you who might be with all these online or home-based businesses, you know, like MLM, you know, multi-level businesses, you know. But, you know, I will be showing you a lot more as to how to do it, because you can, you know, Coinbase is good for buying and selling your cryptocurrencies, you know, but when you want to do some other transactions, you know, it's best to use other platforms. But if you are buying crypto, you can basically just, you know, buy the crypto on here or any crypto on there, and if it has appreciated in value, you want to sell it, you can sell it. You know, you can't, for instance, you know, use Coinbase frowns, you know, frowns on you transferring money in and out of your multi-level marketing business, you know, because I mean, if you are into multi-level network marketing and your company wants to pay you, you know, it is going to be, the payment is going to be coming from the same address as it is going to coming to Coinbase from. Let's take that again so it's not confusing. So let's say there's person number A, person number B, Mr. B, C, D, and E, and they're all receiving payments coming into Coinbase. They're all receiving payments coming into Coinbase, and it's coming from a network marketing company called, you know, Computer Network Marketing. You know, Coinbase can begin to frown on that. The whole idea is that they want to keep their system or their platform pure and clean. They don't want to have issues with the government, which is a good thing, you know, because it means they want to play it safe and they want to be, you know, on the right side of the law. You know, we know one thing that has made the government and, you know, big establishments a bit wary of cryptocurrencies is because, you know, it happens without, you know, the control of government. So money can be going, you know, exchanging hands, you know, just like that. And, you know, well, a lot of illegal business and transactions go on with regards to transferring crypto to one country for another. People are using it for money laundering and funding all kinds of illegal activities. Well, that should not stop us from trading in cryptos, because it is the case that, you know, with everything that is good, you would always find someone or some group of people using it for the wrong reason or purpose. So that's what it is. So Coinbase is good for buying and selling of cryptos, you know, but when it comes to making payment and taking payments from your network marketing companies and all that, there are different platforms to use, which I would, be, looking into with you at some point. So let's just now go to the chart. Let's go to the chat, and we're going to be finishing here now. We're going to be well, I'll take some more questions, if any, and then we would round up. Let me share this screen. Okay, now for those of you who are more familiar with, let's see. For those of you who are more familiar with, Forex, you will know, obviously, this is what we call a chart. I mean, I know some people, some might call it a graph, but it's not a graph. It's a graph is what we learned in maths in school. This is called a chart, so this is basically what a lot of traders use for trading or use for analyzing data. We call these ones candlesticks. This red and green stick-like things, we call them candlesticks. You can see it looks like sticks on a candlestick of on your birthday cake, and each of them represent, or provide some information. Let me take this off. Just 1 minute. Okay. Anyway, let me leave it on. Let me leave it on. Okay. So each of this is a 1 hour time frame, for instance, which means each of these candles represents 1 hour of price movement. So we could say that this is the current hour. As of the time of this recording now, it's currently about 8:47 in the UK. So at the close of the hour, this candle will close and the next one will form. As a matter of fact, we're not going to do any serious market analysis here. We're not doing that. I'm just quickly showing some of the things that I will be teaching you, so that you will know when to buy and when to sell. But obviously, if you're going to be part of my mentorship, this is going to be information available to you, on a weekly basis. We're going to be, sharing this together. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Let's go to the 1 minute so you can actually see what's happening. So this candle, every candle here represents 1 minute. The next one is this one is going to close soon, and the next one will open. Let's just watch it. So basically, it means this current minute, this is the price. I mean, if you can see here, this is the price. These are the prices. At some point, the price was here, around here, but now the price is here, which is currently, okay, you can see the next candle is open now. So this is the 1 minute time frame. Every candle opens after 1 minute. Let's quickly go to the 1 hour. So let's go to the daily. So this is today's candle. By the end of today, this candle will close and the next one will open. So you can see this is the highest price so far. Some days ago, the price was here. Days before that, the price was here, and so forth. So you can see the jump, guys. You can see the jump. This is today, which is the 10th of January. If we come here, for instance, this is 31st of, is that August? 31st of August. So you can see here, in August, the price was here, and it has gradually moved up. It got to a point, the price began to move exponentially, powerfully. Just a quick idea of what is possible, guys. My clients, I'm sure some of you know by now that I am a Forex trader as well as a Forex educator. My clients tend to pay, well, they pay online, one way or the other. Either they pay into my bank account or they pay me by, via some online, channel. But there was this client who did not have much cash, as it were. So he asked if he could pay by Bitcoin. I was a bit reluctant. I said, Bitcoin, oh, the price could go up, the price could go down. I would have rather preferred to take cash, but fine, if that's all you have, that's okay. And guess what? He paid me around August. He paid me around August. I didn't even think of that. That's about 4 months ago. He paid me around August, and I didn't even think much about it. I just left the money there. I thought to myself, okay, fine, I'll just leave it in there. I carried on my own business. It's only some weeks ago when I began to hear that Bitcoin has shot up in price. I said, okay, fine. I do have some Bitcoin in that account. Let me go check the value. And guess what? I checked it about last week, and I saw that the amount the chap paid me, because, with that account, that account had nothing in there. So I gave him that account to pay into, that Bitcoin wallet to pay into. And I went there last week and I saw that the amount had tripled. I'm not going to tell you how much he paid me, but let's just assume he paid £100. It had tripled and it was now 300. Let's assume he paid 1,000. It tripled, it became 3. Let's assume he paid £5. It tripled, it became 15. Now, you get what I mean? I checked it last week and I saw that the amount had tripled. And guess what? The very reason why I did not want to take payment from him using Bitcoin, as it were, was working in my favor. Because we know the price of Bitcoin had been, fluctuating in such a way that, it could be worth this today. I mean, look at here, for instance, it was here. Some days before that, it was lower. Days even before, it was lower. And I thought to myself, if this guy pays me and, the money decreases, it means I'm not getting the full value for my service, But I said, I'll leave it anyway. I just left it in there. It was only, last week that I went back and I realized that that amount had tripled. And guess what? I thought to myself, okay, maybe I'll start taking payments in Bitcoin. Maybe I'll start taking payments in Bitcoin. But anyway, let me just, quickly, say this and we'll finish for the day after some questions. Now, consider this, guys. This is today's, this is where the price is now. This is how high it was recently. It has since gone down a bit. At this point, the high was about, let's just do this. The highest amount it went to some days ago was $41,917 dollars or so. But today it's gone down by about $10,000. Guess what, guys? It's not going to go much lower. This is basically what happens in the market. You as a trader or potential trader or investor needs to know this. You want to be able to invest in something that appreciates in value. Now, years ago, when they had issues, we had the what was it called now? 2008, when there was that can't even remember what it was called, when the economy of most nations of the world was down. A lot of houses in Detroit, USA, were selling for peanuts. Guess what? If people had bought it then and waited all these years, the amount would be a lot higher today. As an investor, you're not so much thinking of the short term, you are thinking of long term. But the beauty of Bitcoin now, as well as other cryptocurrencies, by the way, when we talk of cryptocurrencies, we have Bitcoin and we have altcoins, A-L-T, altcoins. Every other coin is called an altcoin. So we have, what discrimination? Discrimination indeed. Bitcoin, you have Bitcoin, and every other coin is called altcoin. So it's not just the Bitcoin that is appreciating. So even if it's any other Bitcoin, any other coin you can get, it will still appreciate. The price, I talked of Detroit and their houses a while ago, because yes, some investors buy at a high, knowing that the price is going to go higher. As traders and investors, we know when a new high is reached, there's always a possibility of it going even higher. But then you want to know when it is likely going to pull back, just in case you want to buy at a lower price. What some people would do is buy at the high price, and when the price drops, they buy some more, because they know that the price is going to eventually go up. Now, even like I was saying a while ago, because of the government getting involved and all the big governments of different nations of the world, even in the Western countries, are getting involved, and billionaires are getting involved, the price is only going to go up. Now, you would have market forces. Now, guess what? Those who bought here, well, not here now, those who bought here or a price lower than when it is now and saw the price go up, they've sold some. That is why the price dropped. Others, on the other hand, sold some here. That is why the price drops. So whenever the price drops, it's because people are taking profit. My goodness, I'm teaching here. I'm teaching here tonight. When the price goes up and people are in profit, it's only wise to take some profit off the table. That is why the price is going up. And guess what? There are some people who are waiting for the price to come here before they buy. Others might be waiting for the price to come here before they buy. But guess what, guys? If you are waiting for the price to get here, that might be a joke. You might not get it. So that's why I would advise that this is a good time to buy. This is a good time to buy. In trading, there is what we call price retracement or pullback. A retracement is what is happening now. And I don't think it's going to go lower than here, because that would be like a 50% pullback. Let's just do something quickly. You see, members of my trading community know I love to teach and give value. Now, if we pull out the Fibonacci, I know some of you might not know what that is. This is where the price began to take off. So let's just start it from here. So the price, this is the 50% mark, this 61.8. So the price is probably going to pull back. Oops. The price might pull back as much as or as low as anywhere here. We call it the golden zone. I don't believe the price is going to go lower. Look at what happened now. You can see the price dropped and got to 50 before it pulled back up, because a lot of traders are waiting for it to get to the golden zone, which means they want the price to drop by 50% of the initial move. The low of the zone is 61.8. Some might wait for it to drop to 61.8. At that price, it will be about 33. At 50, it's about 35. I was telling my friends that it might come as low as 35 and not go lower. And guess what? Well, that's what's happening now. I'm not saying it won't go lower, but at least from my own experience as a trader, I know a 50% retracement is what we usually look for. Now, guess what? Some of those who are traders like me who are here tonight, you can see the price came all the way low here, but came and closed here, which means the sellers were trying to push it down, but the buyer said, you ain't going lower than that. And they pushed it back up and it stopped here. So anyway, that's it for tonight. So let's take some questions. Let's take some questions. I'll prefer if you typed it in the chat room. Otherwise, I'll give you more information. I mean, basically, let me drop my email address as well. I'll drop my email address here as well. But like I said, you want to be part of the Telegram group. Download Telegram on your phone and on your laptop. I mean, that's the beauty of it. Telegram works on your phone and on your laptop or so. So download Telegram and then click on the link to join our group. It must be in the information that went out to you. And obviously, you could then reach out to me once you are in there, or if you are on the email, let me send you let me put my email there. If you want the mentorship. Now, as for the mentorship, what I'm going to be doing is, once you sign up, you could either have a 1 month mentorship with me, 1 month, whereby we'll meet, at least once a week, to go through things, give you more information and more tips and advice and so forth. Whatever questions you have, I would answer it for 1 month. And that would be £35 for the month, £35. Now, if you want to be with me for 1 year, that would be £100, which obviously is less than £10 a month. If you want to be, if you want to take up my mentorship for 1 month, it will be £35. Not any other currency. I live in the UK, so I think more in pounds. £35. But if you want to be with me for a year, then obviously it's going to be £100. You would have you'll be part of my Telegram group, where obviously yourself, and every one of us would basically interact, bounce ideas off each other, and so forth. And you will get it. You will hit the ground running, as it were. You will hit the ground running. In there, I'll be sharing with you other coins to buy other than Bitcoin. Now think of it this way: even if you invested £1,000 worth of any coin, let me not stick to Bitcoin now, £1,000 worth of a coin, and it basically, now, like we saw a while ago, one of them has doubled, has doubled in just 7 days. Now, if you had £1,000 worth of that, and by the end of the year it has doubled or tripled, that would be nothing. The amount you're paying for mentorship for the year would be nothing compared to the profit you would have made. Now, some will call this ridiculous. I'm sure there are lots of mentors out there who would not like me for this, but guess what? This is you. I'm not telling you that the price is going to be this low. I did not, a lot of you who know me here know I have a huge database. I have a database of over 100,000. And when I say a database, I mean I have access to genuine email addresses of over 100,000 around the world. Obviously because of my business and ministry and all that. So that's what it is. But those of you meeting here today are either my friends, my members of my trading community, and obviously others who have been invited, by their friends. So, you can say those who are here today are just, those who are the inner circle, but by the time I begin to reach out to a bigger network, letting people know about, my mentorship, the price definitely would not be the same. So this is going to be for a limited offer. And this is, basically for those who take it up, by next week, Sunday. So you have 1 week to decide, but nevertheless, even if you want to sign up using the link I gave you, that would be good. I suppose that's the least you could do for me. Sign up with that link so that when you now buy, a Bitcoin for $100 worth, you will get £10. I'll get £10. Now, guess what, guys? I'll be showing you a whole lot more as to how to make money and earn some free currency, cryptocurrency, even as part of my mentorship. So it's £35 for 1 month, and £100 for a year. Now, that's a huge difference. But for those who are part of my trading community, who are already being mentored by me as Forex traders, you get this information for free. This is the bonus. You get this information for free. You are obviously I'm sure you know this call. I'm talking of the VIP members of Generational Wealth Traders. You get all this information for free. You're going to be part of the group as well. And, that's the way we are rolling with this. Okay, guys. I've just left my email address there now. I would also leave that in the Telegram group if you found me on Telegram. Now, I did say a while ago that some of my schoolmates from 30 years ago, 40 years, oh dear, from 30 years ago, 40 years ago are here today. And hello to all of you. God bless you. So that's the way we would like to finish it today. And hopefully I would hear from you shortly, to give you more tips and tricks with regards to growing your account even in Forex. So we'll leave you here tonight, and God bless you. Bye now.